What is up, Nuggets? It's your boy, Killer Pizza, here with a brand new video for you rascals and rapscallions out there. Now, I apologize for the late upload. I always try to get these videos up by noon on a Sunday, but I worked for GLWA last night, and I am very, very tired from the show. Got in really late, and as you can hear, my voice is a little hoarse. There's a big schmoz and beatdown at the end where the Cream Street Mafia kicks some ass as normal, but I've lost my voice a little bit from yelling. But anyways, yeah, I didn't have anything planned, and I almost skipped out on making a video, but I don't know. I just didn't want to skip out. Fuck it. I love making this content, and I love making it for you guys, and I really, appreciate anybody that watches this stuff. So I said, I'm not going to hoe anybody out on a video. Let's make a quick, easy little video. So what we're going to do, I think this is volume 3 of horror movies I think you should own. So I'm just going to give you 5 titles I pulled off my shelf after kind of scanning it that I think anybody interested in horror, obviously if you're watching this channel, these are some suggestions of stuff you should check out, especially in the physical media aspect. So let's get right into it. Now the first one is one I seen for the first time maybe a month ago, and this is a Stephen King movie, a werewolf movie, The Silver Bullet. Now this is a Scream Factory release. It's no secret how much I love Scream Factory, but yeah, I just really had fun with this movie. It was different because it had the lead actor was this kid in a wheelchair. He's got this really cool wheelchair his uncle builds for him. I mean, look at that cover art, by the way. But I never was really the biggest werewolf fan. I think they're cool, but like the more I've been kind of getting into these werewolf movies, I realize they're pretty diverse. If you compare like American Werewolf in London to The Howling to like Silver Bullet, or even like Dog Soldiers for something a little more new. It's kind of surprising how different these werewolves are and everything, if that makes any sense. But I really like this kid in the movie. This kind of had more of like a Goonies kind of feel to it, and I know everybody's talking about Stranger Things Volume 4, which was amazing. So this kind of has like a similar touch to it, like in an adventure kind of way. And I didn't know Gary Busey played like the drunk uncle in this movie, which was like the highlight of the film. Like he was just so likable. All the characters, for that matter, they didn't have a big cast either. It was like the few characters they had were great, and this was just a really fun take on the werewolf spin, And I'm honestly not the biggest fan of a lot of Stephen King movies, but this felt a little different, and it was really good. I highly suggest you guys check it out. Still available, on Amazon or shoutfactory.com. Here are the special features if you guys want to take a look. So this is a collector's edition, so this will be going out of print. Any collector's edition from Scream Factory or whatnot are very sought after items, so get there while you can. Now the next one, it's another Scream Factory release actually. It's no surprise, no secret I should say, that John Carpenter is my favorite director. And I don't know why I never checked out The Fog for the longest time. And now that I'm talking about this, I feel like I might have mentioned this in a previous video, but if I did, sue me, but not really. I love this movie. I actually put this over a lot of other very popular John Carpenter movies, like The Prince of Darkness, for example, is a really loved movie by him, which I love too, but I like this one more than that, which is kind of a weird opinion. It was just fun. It's like a ghost story. These ghosts got in a shipwreck or something, then 100 years from the day they come back. Now that I mention this, I feel like I did a whole review on this. I'm losing my mind, guys. Pro wrestling, getting hit in the head or whatnot. But this was one of the funnest ghost stories I've ever seen in film. And I'm not the biggest fan of ghosts. I'm more of a slasher kind of guy, if you guys know me. But I had a lot of fun with this. It was fun how they divided up all the cast. There was like 3, 4, 5 different groups of people all, happenings at the same time. And it just kind of all blended together to the apex of the film. And now that I mention this, I'm pretty damn sure I reviewed this. But if I'm going to do this twice, it's more of a reason for you guys to watch it. I mean, Tom Atkins. I mean, shit. John Carpenter, what more do I got to say, Once you finish this video, watch this fucking movie, guys. All right, now, here is one that doesn't get talked about as much in the Return of the Living Dead franchise, and that is Rave To The Great. Just kidding. Return of the Living Dead Part 3. Now, I look at 1 through 3 as, like, the trilogy, like lots of other people do, and we don't really acknowledge the last 2 because they were made for TV movies, cash grab kind of films that were made way later on, and they sucked ass. They were terrible. But with that being said, obviously part one is the best. It's my favorite horror movie of all time, maybe behind The Thing or Halloween. That's my top three. And a lot of people don't like part two. It's a little too comedy, but I love it. But those two kind of stand out and overshadow three, which three is very underrated in that aspect. This is kind of like a Romeo and Juliet kind of take on horror movies, where the kids, the lead kid, this is his girlfriend, Julie, and the kid's dad is like a military scientist kind of guy in this like Area 51 kind of deal where they do the research on the zombies and have the trioxin and all that shit. And when the lead kid decides to leave town against his, because his dad wants to move him away or whatever, away from his girlfriend, they take off and they get in a crash on his motorcycle, and his girlfriend Julie dies. And he knows that his dad's got all this like top secret shit for the zombies in this like Area 51 kind of spot. So he steals his like work badge card, swipes in, and brings her back to life. And then she slowly turns into a zombie. And it's kind of like a cool take on it because she's fighting and resisting turning dead and like not liking what she's become. And the love story is kind of fun. Like I said, it's like the Romeo and Juliet story of zombies. I watched this so much as a kid because my older sister, who got me into horror, it's got the cool girl zombie, so she was really into that. And yeah, this one has a soft place in my heart. I absolutely love this film. I highly suggest checking this one out. This is one of my favorites. Though these last two were really good, I seen them recently. This is one I grew up on, and you got my approval on this one, 100%. So much fun. It's kind of like the Child's Play 3 of the franchise. Like, a lot of people hate on Child's Play 3, and it's maybe not as good as 1 and 2, obviously, but it's great. And same thing with this. I guarantee you guys will love this one. Alright, now we go to our first Arrow video release. Now, this is Basket Case. Look at that slipcover. Ooh, nasty stuff. If I can get the slip back on. It's like holographic, like those damn Pokemon cards. Jaden Quick with your Pokemon, but yeah, this is a really good movie. It's very low budget and very grimy. Like, when I say it's a really good movie, you know what I mean when it comes to horror. Like, it's obviously not the best, but it's got charm to it. This movie fucking rocks. Yeah, one of the best parts about this is like the filming locations. It's shot in New York, and it really kind of encapsulates the griminess of New York City, and I really enjoy that from this film. But yeah, what this is about is pretty much two kids born conjoined twins, and one is like disformed. I forget his name off the top of my head, and it's gonna piss me off that I can't remember it. What is it? Belial or something? Go ahead, tear me apart in the comments if you want. But yeah, this is like the deformed like other half of the brother. And he keeps him in a basket and like takes care of him. He's like his handler and his keeper, and pretty much, I think it is Belial, by the way. My mind's all over the place. Sorry, guys, but it's pretty much his brother like staying loyal to his deformed brother and kind of keeping him hidden in this basket and taking care of him. And then he ends up getting jealous of his brother when he finds like a romantic like interest. It ends up killing the girl, I believe. It's been a minute since I've seen this, and he kind of goes on a killing spree, and it's just really out there. It's really crazy and wild, but one of the main things I want to point out to you guys, which is like a big plus of physical media, I know everybody wants to say, stream it, but like I don't even know if you could stream Basket Case right now, and even if you could, not everything that streams lasts forever. But my point is, in this rant, look at the special features on the back of this case. I'll hold this here for a minute so you guys can pause it, but look at these special features. That is unreal. Like, the only other movie I've seen with that many is like Killer Clowns from Outer Space, but like, I don't know, that's a great part in physical media. If for nothing else, you can get like a good commentary track from the directors or actors, producers, etc. And yeah, this is becoming more about physical media than the movie itself, but it is what it is. I can't speak. All right, I guess we're going pretty Scream Factory heavy, which I actually have. I can't find it from here. Slumber Party Massacre. Oh, it's gonna bother me now. Oh, right here. I also have the steelbook to this one, which is pretty cool. This is another Scream Factory release. This quote is wild if you've ever seen this movie, but Yeah, Slumber Party Massacre. I've done a review of this movie on my channel. It was one of the very first reviews I've ever done on my channel. And I just gotta say, I love this movie. I joked around that the cover art of this, I didn't rent this as a kid because I thought like my mom would think I'm renting like a porno or something because like the girls on the cover or whatever. And the irony of it is it was directed by a woman, and this is a very like woman strong kind of movie where they fight back against this driller killer Russ Thorn. And I just adore this movie, honestly, guys. It's only an hour and 15 minutes long. It flies by. Just a really fun slasher movie. And like I said, with these women who fight back, what makes this movie stand out to me, rather than just being like the final girl or final girls that run away and scream and act like idiots and do the dumb shit, they come up with a solid plan and fight this guy and fight back. And there's realism to them fighting back. You feel for them and it's scary. And before they even interact with the driller killer, it's a lot of fun dialogue. It pretty much comes off as like a raunchy 80s comedy. So I can't suggest this one enough. It's honestly one of my favorites. I love all these movies. I wouldn't have suggested them to you guys if I didn't. But yeah, I love Slumber Party Massacre. Like I said, it's a very short movie. You ever put a movie on and you see like, oh, 2.5 hours? Like, fuck that. I don't know why it's so weird that like an hour and a half, 90 minutes is like the standard. Maybe it's because most movies are formatted like first act, second act, third act, and you can divide them 30 minutes apiece. But with that being said, if you can go under an hour and 30 and still have the story and keep people interested, that's great. It just flies by. And I think that's a big thing that's important in movies. I've been rewatching the whole Jurassic Park series, and I just got done with three. The first three are all, over 2 hours. I'm sure the next two are. But not one of those movies felt like over 2 hours. They flew by. And I think that's something very overlooked in a movie. Granted, if it's a good movie, you wouldn't want it to end, but it sucks to sit and be dragged along through a film, and this doesn't do it. This is a fun ride from start to finish. The killer is cool. It's just a good movie. What more can I say? I'll ramble on all damn day if I keep going. But yeah, here I am trying to make a little quick video, and it ended up being 12 minutes. But yeah, I highly suggest you guys checking out any of these movies. I didn't research if you could stream them, but you know what? Buy them from the label. Support it. A lot of these movies are pretty cheap right now. I know the standard edition of Slumber Party Massacre goes for $10 on Amazon. So pick it up. Why not? Treat yourself to some horror movies. But with that being said, I am very sore and tired from wrestling. Did 2 matches yesterday. Oops, shouldn't have said that. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing good out there, and make sure you check out the VHS Days podcast. That's DAZE, VHS Days podcast on Spotify. That is my new podcast with the other half of the Cream Street Mafia, Nick Baker, where we go back and talk about a lot of films from the video store days. It's not all horror. We've done a lot of fun movies, Terminator 1 and 2, Billy Madison, Jurassic Park, and we did 2 parts of Jurassic Park. The second one is going to come out not this Wednesday, but the next one. So check that out if you're kind of into nostalgia and movies. We have a pretty fun schedule for the summer coming up on that podcast. Like I said, you can find that on Spotify or find the information at VHS Days on Instagram or Facebook. Even though I'm terrible at promoting all this stuff, check it out if you'd like. But either way, I appreciate you guys watching this video and getting your daily dose of horror on this beautiful Sunday. I don't know why I say it's beautiful. I literally haven't been outside all day today. I'm going to keep it that way because I'm going to watch some damn horror movies. But with that being said, take care, everybody. Blood, guts, gore. I'll check you next time.